5 powerful mental benefits of NoFap, scientifically proven. Hello everybody, and welcome to Male Wisdom. I want to talk to you about the 5 most potent mental benefits of NoFap. Now, if you're not familiar with the term NoFap, it's a portmanteau for no pornography and masturbation. And what it refers to is giving up pornography and masturbation for an extended period to reap some pretty amazing rewards. Make sure to tune in, like this video, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in the future. Do you understand the psychological benefits of NoFap and how they affect our lives? Before you begin, you should know what you want to achieve after researching and grasping these benefits. You might see NoFap in a whole new light. Participants in the NoFap have reported a range of life-changing effects. Some doubters argue that these benefits are spurious and that there is no scientific evidence, yet science has yet to unearth everything. You may need to experiment on your own rather than rely on external materials. 1. Sense of self-efficacy. When you use your conscious mind daily, your willpower grows. Imagine you're trying to break a bad habit. It could be something small, like biting your nails, or something bigger, like quitting smoking. Either way, it's not going to be easy. You'll have to fight the urge every day, and it's going to take a lot of willpower. But what exactly is willpower, and why is it so hard to resist temptation? Willpower is the ability to resist temptation and stick to your goals. It's a muscle that can be strengthened with practice. Just like any other muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So if you're trying to break a bad habit, the first few days are going to be the hardest. But if you can stick it out and resist the urge, your willpower will gradually get stronger and it will become easier and easier to say no. There's another similarity between willpower and muscles. They both get tired with extended use. That's why it's so important to take breaks and give yourself a break every once in a while. If you try to do too much at once, you'll quickly burn out and give up. So when you're trying to break a bad habit, make sure you pace yourself and take things one day at a time. Eventually, with enough practice, you'll develop the strength of will necessary to reach your goals. As previously said, NoFap requires a large amount of purposeful effort. It necessitates a more extensive use of willpower, which gradually grows your willpower muscle. Daily in NoFap, you face challenges and make deliberate decisions, strengthening your resolve. You are participating in NoFap to better yourself. This has a cascading effect that leads to other aspects of self-improvement, and finally, it strengthens your resolve. Your self-perception of oneself changes with time. Thomas Edison once famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." In other words, success comes not from sudden spurts of brilliance, but from consistent, hard work. This is certainly true in the case of personal growth. When you strive every day and make a conscious effort to improve by at least 1%, you begin to believe that your greatest aspirations are now within your grasp. The process of personal growth is often gradual and slow, but it is ultimately rewarding. Each small step forward builds upon the last, until one day you find that you have reached your destination. So, if you want to achieve something great, remember that it all starts with taking that first step, and then taking the next one, and the next one after that. With each step, you will get closer to your goal, until finally you reach it, and that a once insurmountable undertaking now appears to be within your grasp. You start to feel that you can accomplish anything, no matter how difficult it seems, since you have already achieved the seemingly impossible. This is the essence of self-efficacy. The subconscious mind's assumption is referred to as self-efficacy, that you can complete a task regardless of how difficult it looks to be. 2. Improved relationship. One of the main reasons people use NoFap is to improve their relationship with their husband or partner. These porn viewers are dissatisfied with real women. Instead, they live in a fantasy world where the joyful chemicals released by their fantasies outnumber those released by sex or personal relationships. They are oblivious to what is wrong with them. They want to be intimate with their partners and make love to them, but they can't. They are unsure about their sentiments about their relationships. On the flip side, their companion gets unsatisfied, believing they are no longer alluring. When you're in a relationship, it's important to maintain an intimate connection with your partner. Unfortunately, Many people turn to porn as a way to satisfy their sexual needs. While porn can be a helpful tool for exploring different fantasies and kinks, it can also be detrimental to your sex life. When you watch porn, you're training your brain to respond to sexual images and stimuli that are not present in your real-life relationship. As a result, you may find it difficult to get aroused when you're with your partner. You may also start to compare your partner to the performers in the videos, which can lead to feelings of insecurity and resentment. If you want to maintain a healthy and fulfilling sex life, it's important to limit your consumption of pornography. Instead, focus on building intimacy with your partner through communication, shared experiences, and physical affection. By making an effort to connect with your partner on an emotional level, you'll be able to rekindle the spark in your relationship and enjoy a more fulfilling sex life. You provide your spouse with both physical and psychological satisfaction. As a result, the relationship is long-lasting and healthy. This increases self-esteem. 3. Deliberate thoughts. NoFap participants will tell you about their improved awareness. First, they can no longer escape reality. They no longer hide their problems behind porn, but instead confront them as an open challenge. Pornographic masks do not solve their problems. Instead, they provide a little respite from a dreadful reality. When you start having problems, the situation increases with time. Third, you begin to appreciate yourself more. The solution to any problem is correct before you, but if you can't see it, there's a more significant problem. Finally, when you utilize NoFap, you acquire mental clarity and make better decisions for yourself and the people around you. 4. Self-esteem. Humans get enormous delight when they complete a task, whether reading a short tale or fulfilling their greatest aspirations. The complexity of your NoFap changes depending on your previous fapping conduct. If you've been addicted to pornography for more than a decade because you're achieving something difficult that you set out to do, welcome to hell. Your self-esteem will rise as you practice with your conscious mind. You have the right to be happy and aren't as useless and sad as you think. You deserve pleasure since you can learn why NoFap improves your self-esteem. To begin, you must understand neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to change its structure by forming new neural connections. When you repeat a behavior, your subconscious brain interprets it as necessary and develops a desire to repeat it in the future. Love, sex, food, and reproduction are all linked to human survival and generate more chemicals in the brain than any other activity. In the past, our forebears had to defend themselves against all wild animals. Their lives were continuously in peril. They couldn't sit back and say they'd deal with the saber-tooth later when one appeared in front of them. Of course, there are no saber-toothed tigers in today's culture, but there are other dangers. Masturbation produced by watching porn results in increased amounts of chemicals for different reasons, such as fantasy and novelty. Your subconscious mind is unconcerned about whether the activity is good or bad. As long as you're getting a lot of chemical hits, it just cares about where you're heading and prioritizes it at the top of the priority list. This is why you keep coming back to see nastier porn than before to have the same or even more chemical impact. This is the only way you'll feel good about yourself, and it won't last long. The good news is that once you quit fapping, your subconscious brain needs the hit because it believes it is essential to your survival. What's the problem if you're not getting those hits? It begs you, attempts to reason with you, and tempts you to watch porn again after a lengthy absence. 5. You become more efficient. We all know the feeling of wanting to work on something, but not being sure where to start. Or when we've finally gotten started, feeling like we're swimming upstream. It can be frustrating and discouraging. But what if I told you that there's a little hormone in your brain that could help you push through those tough times and come out on top? That hormone is dopamine. Dopamine is often called the reward hormone because it's associated with pleasurable activities like eating and sex. When we do something that feels good, dopamine is released in the brain and we feel happy. This encourages us to keep doing whatever it was that made us feel good in the first place. In terms of work, this means that when we're enjoying what we're doing, dopamine is also released. And as our output increases, so does the amount of dopamine being released. This creates a feedback loop that makes us feel more driven to work as our joy increases. So, if you're struggling to find motivation for your work, try to find ways to make it more enjoyable. Chances are you'll see an increase in productivity as well. As a result, you put in more effort and your self-perception changes. Working hard increases self-esteem. You begin to value yourself, you begin to trust your intelligence, and your sense of self-worth grows. As a result, the only way to determine if these benefits are genuine is to take part in the NoFap challenge. I will also talk to you about a fantastic way to improve your life: semen retention. Most people don't even know this exists, but it's been used for centuries to improve vitality, increase testosterone, and boost fertility. In my previous video, I will break down all the benefits of semen retention and show you how easy it is to do, so stay tuned and check it out.